and play with folk, but I can't do nothing with the, with the ring shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, look,
Yeah,
let me tell the story, bro.
I'm not even up to rank play yet. Well, go ahead.
So, first of all, man, welcome to the podcast. We could just jump straight into conversation, bro, because this is serious. This is a serious conversation. So,
This is.
so like the difference between a heartbreak and what happened to me, bro, is like that shit hurt 10 times more.
A heartbreak you can recover from.
Hey, bro, you can't recover from that shit. Boy, that shit hurt my feelings, bro. So, like
that shit hurt my feelings when I seen the picture.
Bro, look, nigga, I had that. Boy, I ain't even see y'all. I'm gonna see y'all this picture while I'm talking, right? So I ended up making the sound.
I seen it.
The one I remade.
Oh, you remade one.
Boy, hey, look, it wasn't as pretty as the first motherfucker, but look, it would. So look, bro. So I'm having a day. I'm like, I got a basketball game. It's going. First of all, shout out to the Astros boys team, man. We're going to the Elite Eight next week.
Yeah. Congrats, man.
Congrats. That's a good ass hood bill too.
Hold on, let me.
Niggas get a little bit of freedom and forget how we start podcasts.
Oh, what's that over there, Brody?
Me?
Yeah.
That's some it's a little bit of that right there.
Oh, look at it. Don't worry, I'll be over there right after the podcast. I gotta see what that is in person.
What's that?
What's up, Branson?
I might have to come over there.
Nigga, so I came back. I got my wine. Hey, so look.
Drinks up.
Is that water?
Sure.
Here we go. Oh, Jazz stripping. This shit's beautiful. So, basketball game. We won the league. We won the Sweet 16 game. Going to Elite Eight. Blah blah blah. So, get to home. Jazz had to do some shit. So, came back in. Get cleaned up. Long story short. Everything happens in threes, bro. So I started getting irritated out of nowhere. So I'm like, all right, some bad energy in this month. I gotta calm myself down. Let me go start prepping this chicken. So I already started getting tight because I was like, went through a whole sequence where I'm in the kitchen feeling like, nigga, I'm in there slicing like fats off the chicken and getting the shit sliced. I got chicken breast, but I'm going out in the middle, slicing that bitch down. I'm over there like fucking massaging that bitch in with some seasoning and shit. I'm going through it. You know what I'm saying?
He would go to Ramsey.
Hey, boy, I'm gonna taking my time, boy. So I get to the point where I'm like, boom, I'm gonna keep these two pieces out. I'm gonna sit them to the side. I'm gonna freeze the other ones. So I took the two out that I froze. Already had them marinated and all that shit. So all I had to do was let them sit there in the thaw. You know what I'm saying? Throw them bitches on the skillet. We good to go. Chicken with it. You gotta get the taste test in there while you're cooking. Them motherfuckers, scrumptious. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I start putting my shit together. So you gotta toast the bread, bro. Because I'm like, I don't want to toast it too early. Because I don't, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and the third. Yo. And then you can't warm up lettuce, and I already put the lettuce on the sandwich. So I gotta do this the right way. So boom, sit that motherfucker on the pan, press it down with the spatula on the top, and the daughter talking about, Daddy, pee. So I take it to the potty. Daughter done already pissed on the damn chair. So I'm like, man, goddamn, let me clean this bitch up. Then I had her eating food in the same time. So now she don't got mad, threw a temper tantrum, picked up the little thing of pizza up. Mine just got sauce on it. Straight throw that bitch on the floor. So I'm like, damn, now I gotta clean this up. I don't get pissed off. So now I gotta turn the oven on low, get all this shit cleaned up. Then I go back in the kitchen. This is where shit get out of hand. I get a
Everything happened in threes.
I get a plate. Scoop the bottom of the little sandwich up. Sit that motherfucking plate, flip that bitch over. Boom. So I'm like, nigga, ain't nobody tell me what this is. Like, put the bitch on the skillet, you know what I'm saying, on the other side, so that motherfucker get the toast on. So I'm like, man, chicken done. Got that motherfucker sitting out. So over there letting the grease fall in the little tray. Got the little paper towel up on it, get the rest of that up. And go to put that motherfucker on start putting the chicken on the bread while it's in the skillet, putting the rest of the shit on top. And boy, nigga, I try to scoop that bitch up, put it on the plate again, boy. I flipped that bitch over.
Boy, it was hurt.
Boy,
And when you just stand there, you kind of look at it for a second, like,
boy, the first thing that went down
I
was
ain't
the
even
first
hungry
slice
no
of
more.
chicken, bro. When I seen
I
that
ain't
first
even
slice
hungry
of
no
chicken
more.
go down, nigga, and I tried to reach down there and grab that motherfucker before it hit the floor. Oh my God, boy! If I ain't missed a whole half of the sandwich, everything just fell.
That shit ruin your appetite, nigga. I ain't even hungry no more.
You ain't even hungry no more. You pissed.
Boy, Jasmine in the shower. So now can't get in the reason Sonata pissed on the chair because she can't get in the bathroom using potty and shit. So I left that part out. So I got it. Jasmine taking the shower, door lock, can't do nothing. So she pissed. I gotta clean that up. She threw food, I gotta clean that up. Jasmine's still in the shower. When she come out the shower, she looking around the kitchen. I text her while she in the shower. I'm like, bro, I'm over it. I ain't got no more in me. I sat on the floor.
You know you ain't got no. You ain't even walk to the bathroom. You know what? I'ma just
Yeah, bro.
I'm sick of this shit.
Bro, I hit that door and I started sliding down the door. And I just sat right there by the stove. Looked at that for like 5 minutes. Like, boy, hey, nothing like that. Boy, I went to sleep. All I had was French fries in the oven. Boy, I said, boy, fuck it. I'm gonna eat some French fries. I'm gonna get 2 packs of them little Rich crackers. Boy, I'm just gonna call it a night. Boy, I can't even do it.
Boy, I know you was
Damn.
sick.
But the nigga in me wanted to go to McDonald's, but shit, I ain't had the energy.
The nigga in me would have picked the sandwich right back up. Like,
Nope, couldn't do it, bro. I ain't sweet the floor the night before, bro. So I was fucked up.
oh damn. Oh damn.
So you got barbecue
That's
sauce and
the
mayonnaise in that
succession.
motherfucker, bro. It's over with, bro.
That bitch extra seasoned. I'm looking at the picture you sent though, and
That motherfucker hit the cabinet, slid down, hit the floor, smack.
I swear to you, that motherfucker looks so fire.
Boy, hey, all it was missing was some tomato, but I ain't no tomato nigga. But that shit was, boy, woo.
Yes, the tomatoes and what you tell me the other day, bacon.
Yup, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That was on there
I'll
too,
fucking
bro.
tomato.
That's the crazy part. I wasted a whole piece of bacon. And it was applewood smoked bacon too. Oh my god, that motherfucker was so
Not the
good.
bacon.
But
You done
applewood,
Yeah, leave.
well, I was hot. Applewood smoked bacon, avocado, barbecue sauce, spicy barbecue sauce, a little bit of mayonnaise,
shit.
some lettuce, some pickles, chicken. Boy, nigga, I was finna go
Man.
crazy, boy.
I'm telling you, I'd have slapped everybody and their mama who talked to me after that.
I think I was in there, but I was talking about in there, wriggling, boy.
That
I was ratatouille in that bit, man. Hey, but
bro,
look,
what I tell you, I seen that motherfucker when you posted that shit. I swear to you, I didn't make it 2 seconds in the video. I'm literally sitting next to Mike. I said, "What the fuck?" I got up. I walked outside. Mike was like, "Where you going?" "Don't worry about it. I call you." "What the fuck going on?" Man, I done got. Hey, you gave me that story. I was like, "Oh damn!" Like, first off, don't get me up like this because I thought we had a real loss out here.
Yeah.
But then it comes down to it when you got to the end of the story. I'm like, "That is a real loss out here."
hey, nigga, hey.
I looked at that picture. I said, I ain't gonna call bro, because I know if I'm like that, I don't want nobody to call me. Leave me the fuck alone right now.
Look, this how you know it's real, bro. When he answered the phone, he was like, normally when he answered the phone, he like, "Hey, what's good, Brody?" That nigga said, "What's up, Job?" I was like, "Oh." When we get to talking, he telling me this shit, and then I hear Sanaa in the background, bro said, normally he'd be like, "Yo, Sanaa, chill. I'm talking to your uncle, blah blah blah," and then he'll call Jazz to come get her or something. That nigga said, "Bro, let me go handle this situation. I'm gonna call you back in a little bit." I said, "Oh yeah, he down bad. He down bad."
Hey, bro, look, my cousin and all them on TikTok, they seeing this shit. They like, "Cuz, bro, you got to get up, bro." I'm like, "Bro, y'all don't understand, nigga. I can't, bro." My heart just dropped. Man, I got the girl pissing on the floor. I got to clean up food that I had to work in the kitchen for to cook.
And he didn't even tell me the whole trio, like everything happened in threes yet. He just told me when I said what's wrong, and you can hear the light up in his voice when he start describing this motherfucking sandwich. I was like, "Yo, I know this motherfucker was fire." And then he get to telling me all this shit. He like, "Bro, I did this, I did." I'm like, "Oh, that bitch sound good than the motherfucker." He said, "Then whole motherfucking plate flipped." I say, "Oh shit."
Hey, nigga, y'all don't
You gotta hear
understand.
He remembered every detail of that shit. That's how you know that shit was
Bruh.
life changing.
Bro,
I'm
'cause
telling you.
it was, bro, my
He remember
day was-
every
it was wild.
detail of that day. He remember sitting on that floor seeing them 2 ants fucking. He remember all that shit,
I'm
bro.
saying, they
Like,
were going crazy.
It's crazy.
Them ants was going crazy for that bitch, bro. I'm telling you, bro, like, when I was sitting there slicing that shit up, I felt like a butch. I got the biggest, cleanest knife in that motherfucker. Just, that's all I hear in that shit.
got right through that shit. He
Bro,
like,
I'm
I really,
like, nigga, I'm really here right now.
and I
then
knew
had
you
it.
was rooted. I know
Did
you
you
was
had it?
rooted.
Well, you
You
already
had-
know it. You already know it.
Did you have a hand towel next to you?
Boy,
You know the little so you can.
boy, hey, I had one on the stove, one on my hip, boy. That motherfucker hanging out the pocket.
Oh yeah, you was getting busy.
Hey, boy, when I tell you, I was in there. When you start hearing the knife cut for you, boy, that motherfucker on.
Like, what?
Boy, then I had them said, "Oh, they got some fat right here."
That's fine.
Wow, I was going crazy, boy.
That's cold. That's cold.
I was going crazy, bro. While I was in that, I felt like y'all, boy. Hey,
Boy,
ain't nothing like a CS, boy. Yeah, y'all, if y'all don't
boy,
know,
boy.
you know.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Boy, I went to the yesterday, man. I had to drop off his package to get mailed out. And I seen there's this new hibachi restaurant that is 3 minutes from my house. Me too. So me being the guy that I am, I was like, well, I'm not hungry right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just walk in, see what the restaurant look like to see if it's like I need to come in, sit down, or I could just come back later and order my food. I come in, I look, I'm like, okay. I just heard myself echo. Okay, there you go. But I walk in and shit, and I'm looking around. I'm like, okay. And I look at their menu, and I'm like, oh, this bitch finna hit. And I could just order the food and go home. Bad. Shorty at the front was like, you finna order right now? I was like, nah. I'm about to go home. I'm about to clean. I'm about to work up an appetite. And then I'm gonna come back. I spent the block. What you getting? I want steak, chicken, and shrimp in that hibachi. Give me extra yum sauce.
Yum.
Let me get the gyozas on the side. She was like, you want? I said, you want the squash and zucchini in that motherfucker. Add mushroom. I want it all. I'm about to fold this plate. I get home.
Got one chicken.
Bruh, no. Now the plate loaded. Like I popped the top on the plate. I'm talking that motherfucker like you know how normally you can like throw your yum sauce on there and mix it up.
Yeah.
It was so much food. It was so much food. I had 2 things of yum sauce. I threw the first one on there, and I had to hit one of those like you gotta hold it at an angle so when you flip this way, the food don't spill. It was that much food. I'm like, oh, this shit finna be good, and it was a good price. I only walked out spending like $20 or something like that. So I'm boom. I'm like, yeah. I look at it, I say, man, fuck that. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that extra yum sauce on there. Mix it again. I took a bite. I said, yeah, this not it. Like the first thing I took a bite of was I seen the zucchini on the side. I took a bite of the zucchini. I was like, okay, that bitch hitting. It was like they gave me the fried rice. I hit the rice. I was like, okay, you can't miss with this. I took a piece of chicken. Bro, bullshit you not. They ain't seasoned that chicken not one bit. It's like they took chicken breast, they threw it on the grill. They got the nice little brown outside, but kept it juicy on the inside, and they just cut that bitch and put it in there.
So they got you medium well chicken?
No. He went to the white Asians. He ain't go to the big Asians.
I should have known everything was bad because when I came back,
she was speaking proper English. She didn't have no hint of accent.
Beat me, bro. It wasn't not one Asian working in that motherfucker when I came back. When I came back to get the plate,
walked out.
It was a black girl. I was already set on the hibachi.
Nah, bro.
It was a black girl sitting up front. So when I peeped in the back,
where's Ling Ling at? I seen somebody don't work here. I'm gonna fuck with you.
Bro. I was so mad, bro. I was like, I was like, shit, I got a hibachi right here instead of going all the way to fucking Granby Street to go get the hibachi I normally go get. I was like, yeah, you know what? If I ain't going to Granby Street, I'm gonna just make this shit at home. Y'all done pissed me off today.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't see some kinfolk here. They been kind of golden Buddha. They should be fine. They had that one white boy in that motherfucker, boy. He put some butter on that food, boy. I was in that. I couldn't stop, bro.
Well, they ain't put the butter on that.
Mexican. If I go into a Mexican restaurant and I don't see one Hispanic, I don't want it. If I go into a Chinese restaurant and I don't see no Chinese people, I don't want it. If I go to a soul food restaurant and I don't see no brothers in there, or no sisters in there, I don't want it.
Man, I was so disappointed.
If I go to Subway and I don't see that little young white girl back there, I don't want it.
Hey, nah, either the young fat girl or the old big fat girl.
I mean, he ain't wrong. If we go to Waffle House and I don't see the nigga outside smoking.
If I don't see that nigga outside smoking,
that nigga gotta be
I don't want it.
When I walk in the
Waffle House has if that Waffle House has a satisfaction grade of a 98.5, I don't want it. I want that motherfucker to say 67.9.
When I walk in the Waffle House, if the cashier off rip don't say, "Well, hey, sweetie," I don't want it. She ain't got the little fold on the back of the arm and let you know she can make some mac and cheese.
If I don't see no waffle grease, no waffle batter or no pancake batter on your apron, I don't want it.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
Huh?
But your ass ain't sat down like longer than like 2 minutes yet. What the hell you got going on, my boy?
Nothing, bro.
That boy
I'm listening to
that
you.
boy back there hosting the OnlyFans contest in the background.
And Sukihana is not invited.
Hey,
Facts. Y'all see that new one? That new video that you dropped on Sukihana?
hell no, I ain't gonna lie, but I had to clean my algorithm up, but I can't keep watching that shit.
Man, I'm gonna tell you now, don't even go look for it.
I would.
Should piss you off.
This shit to piss you off. Like all the shit you talk, and you talk all that shit, you being all freaky in your songs and shit, and you don't show up and perform. I heard a song where you said you want to suck on Joe Biden. You wasn't Joe Biden in that nigga.
I don't want it.
I don't want it. I don't want it, bro. That shit was so. Mike sent me that shit. I looked at that shit. I got so mad. I about hung up on bro.
I said, bro, I'd have got up and left, bro. Like, I don't like you came over here for this scoop. Nobody want this shit.
Hey, so I want to get y'all input. So have y'all kept up with the viral video with the dude girlfriend going on stage with the artist and gyrating and dancing and shit on them and shit, and kissing on them?
Yeah, you know, black folks gonna push that shit, so we seen it.
All right, so what do y'all stand with that?
I ain't see.
I got a question before we delve into that. I got a question because I seen it and I've been seeing how people have been flooding our timeline with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a question before we jump too deep into it. What is the difference between a girl going on the stage, being a little groupie like that, and then what's the difference between that and the difference between what Alicia Keys hugging up on Usher on the stage? Is there a difference?
Yeah, there's a difference. There's a compelling difference.
What is the difference? What is the difference? And is it about celebrityism? Is it about money? What is the difference? Because I asked that because when I looked at it like, okay, and I'm gonna say it from my perspective. When I seen Alicia up there, and me as a married man, I'm like, no, I don't want my woman, especially not a nigga like Usher. I don't want my woman up on the stage, regardless of what the situation is, hugging up on a nigga like Usher or anybody. Period. Right. But also, it's kind of like, they probably doing it for show. But then also, you see the little shit that's going on with the other Jones, and it's like that shit is completely unacceptable. Like, as soon as Shawty walked up, as soon as he said, "Come here," oh, she for the streets.
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
So this is my thing, though, bro. Like,
that's how much out of contact him. I didn't see it.
So I'll give you a context.
Just click on Facebook real quick right now. I'll be right there. I promise you. Right there.
So I'll give you a whole rundown. So the rundown is basically the dude I'm guessing they went as a couple of some sort or a friend group to a concert.
They were together for 7 years. They were together for 7 years.
So man, that's good within context. So they went to this dude's concert.
They were
the dude invited his girlfriend onto the stage to dance with him on stage while he performed the song. And of course, they dropped the curtains, and they basically had the shadow or silhouette of them behind the curtain dancing and gyrating and shit. And she was like full on like working, whining, groping, all kind of shit. Basically, like you could tell she was a groupie of this motherfucker. And I want to say at some point in the video, someone insinuated that there was like a kiss that she had passed on to the artist, whatever situation may be. Meanwhile, the nigga, the dudes in the crowd, pretty much looking at her out of pure disgust and like kind of disrespect. And you can
not to mention them niggas was front row.
Yeah, they were front.
So bro, buddy spent some bread to get them there.
Was sick, bro. And then to see the motherfucker outside of the motherfucker after the event, she out there laughing and shit with her friends on the sideline. This man walking away slowly, which shows like the level of self-respect he has for himself. But he was walking away from the situation. They over there laughing at him. So, like, to give you context on the difference between the Alicia Keys situation versus that situation, Alicia Keys and Usher was purely showtime. Like, even her husband came out and said, "Look, I understand this is a business, bro. Like, they needed to do that because they both get ready to go on tour. That's promotion. That's free advertisement for them. They're not getting paid for the Super Bowl. It's going to a charitable cause. But at the end of the day, it contributes to their careers in some sense. Now, for this girl, she ain't got no fucking career doing this shit. She probably gained a large following over time because of the situation being so viral now. She probably just got a whole bunch of niggas curious and a whole bunch of simps curious. So now they all follow her. So now she probably got 10,000, 30,000 followers somewhere. But she wasn't no celebrity, and she still ain't no celebrity. Nothing that she did on that stage was pertaining to anything that could help her longevity-wise when it comes to her career.
At the end of the day, in the beginning of the day, though, they both were women that had a man, and they were both on stage with another man, regardless of what the fucking
But you gotta accept
what the benefits
you gotta
what the
accept
benefits to it was.
you gotta
I mean,
even
accept
with
I don't have
entertainment
to
for what it
accept shit.
is.
I don't have to accept shit because
But
you won't see,
that's what
you
they
wouldn't
chose.
see. At the end of the day, though, you wouldn't see Beyonce doing that shit like that, though.
Yeah. So
You
this
know
is
what
what
I'm saying?
this this
So that's why I said it's
this how I'm
not.
gonna pass to you,
It's
Eli.
just like
This I'm gonna kick it to
so
you. So you gotta take into consideration we're all our own men. And I
mhm.
100% agree with you. Nothing that I'm saying is to disagree with you because honestly speaking, like if Jazz went on stage right now and started doing half the shit either one of them did, I'm done with it. But respect to Swizz Beatz, like my nigga understands the industry. He knows that this is the shit that comes along with it, and so he accepted that into his reality. So at the end of the day, we can't necessarily judge people based off their realities because we have our own takes.
fair.
But at the same
That's fair.
time, you gotta understand with respect to how we feel as men, we're not finna let that shit go down, and I'm not finna entertain
100%.
myself with it.
That's 100% fair. You're right about that. My only thing is, would there have been any less of promotion to happen? What they could have walked on stage and held hands together and celebrated with their hands up together like that. But did he have to come behind my lady and caress my lady? I think he even squeezed her ass if I ain't tripping.
Nah, he's
And
fucking.
it looked,
He ain't too far.
perception looked like it.
Not to this block.
Perception. I mean, it
Nah, he
kind of
ain't
looked
doing
like it kind of looked like he touched that ass a little bit. But my point is,
I mean,
at
not
that
that.
same time, all that promotion that they did, him bringing her out, the whole thing about the Super Bowl that happened was already a big deal, big promotion. The whole thing about you holding my lady on stage, that don't have to be part
So
in that.
to me, I didn't like it because like I said, that's somebody's lady, that's somebody's
Pretty
wife.
sure he squeezed
But
that ass out.
Nah, he
at
did.
the
I would
same
have.
time,
He did.
when they do the interview and they were asking like,
It
was
was
it
just a joke. That was just a joke.
was that part of the performance? And they like, nah, that wasn't part of the performance. Usher kind of freestyled that part. I got an issue with that because nigga, that's
I
my
didn't
wife.
know that. That's context. I didn't know that.
See, I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
So if
They're like
that
Usher.
is true,
They said
then
he
yes,
freestyles a lot of
because
that shit. Like a lot of the things he do on stage is freestyle.
So my personal opinion, I feel like the reason, and this is my personal opinion, it's just from how we dissect and we've been looking at everything, right? The only reason why Swizz didn't make it a big thing is because of how crazy that shit went with when Usher did it with Kiki, right? Because a
Mm-hmm.
man came out and said some shit like, I didn't like that. Everybody like, oh he's simp or he's insecure, whatever the fuck. They come up with all these titles. So I feel like in context, I feel like Swizz had to be like, oh no, they were just business, blah, had to give that. That's cool, we blah blah blah. But I'm at the end, like I said, regardless, at the end of the day, a man that's been with a woman for however long, if that is his woman and she's on stage with another man or anywhere with another man where a man is doing some type of groping situation to your lady, I, I don't care how insecure or secure you may be. I don't think that's appropriate. You know what I
See,
mean? Like as opposed to like if we're going out to a party and we're going out to a club, we're dancing. If we're going out or they're going out dancing, whatever the case may be, I feel like shit, honestly, I don't even like that shit. But it is what it is,
I
I
don't think
guess.
any of us do because I don't fuck with it neither.
have you seen? Y'all seen what Floyd said about that shit?
So who Mayweather?
Yeah.
I
Said about what?
I don't take that nigga serious. That nigga's a domestic abuser too.
That is a fact. But what did he say?
So I think he was on Vlad or some shit. I had just happened to stumble across this maybe yesterday or whatever. But what he said was some real shit. He was like, especially like taking the Usher situation. So I can't speak on the first one y'all was talking about because I didn't see that video. But the Usher and Alicia Keys one, he was like, Swizz Beatz and Usher are cool, right? Like they cool. They've worked together. They've done collab work together or whatever.
Plenty of projects together, yeah.
Plenty of projects together. He said, and then at the end of the day, like if you respect me as a man, even when you're performing, respect me as a man. Like don't be on there on the stage groping my lady when you know that's my lady.
Mm.
So and I kind of feel like that's where y'all going with it, which I agree with y'all 100%. Like regardless of how the situation goes, like I get it's a business and I get y'all going on tour or whatever, but like Eli said, there is so many other acts that y'all could do to promote your tour and promote your growth in your career. Granted, their careers are already established.
Yeah. So
you know,
with respect to that, I'm gonna ask you a question. With him not going to actually have a conversation with Usher man to man and actually explain those rules, do you think it's Usher's fault that he didn't know where to draw the line, or do you think
Fuck no. You
You can't even say that because if what Mike said was true, and like even if we did discuss this shit, like okay, this the performance, all right, I'm cool with this, and then you freestyle at the end and grab her.
Explain what you mean. He ain't
so do we put any responsibility on Alicia Keys though?
Well, yes and no. I say no to the fact of if it wasn't expected. Like one again, and to your point, SB, they're professionals, right? So even if that was the case, right, in the chaos, all these 700 million people watching, whatever, you don't, because that's going to be a fake, because now it takes away from the show. Now it takes away. Did y'all see Alicia pushing Buddy away?
Yeah,
so at that time, you kind of freestyle it and you go. But after we get off stage, it's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, blah blah blah, whatever. But at the same time, now if Alicia knew prior, like, okay, boom boom, like if whatever if they had this conversation and Swizz already knew about it, and they cool, that's on them. We just talking about it from a perspective of us. Like, ain't no woman. That's what I'm looking for.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. That old boy girl at the concert, because I just watched the video. You better find a way home and go on with that nigga.
So I'm gonna give y'all a carryover to that, right? So
before you do that, SB, because we don't like the Alicia Keys and Usher John. Like, let's say it was freestyle, and Alicia Keys said, her being a professional that she is, she's like, all right, cool, we're gonna do it right here, like, boom. And then after the fact, we don't know if that conversation happened, and they just said, yo, like, they came off stage, they in the back, and she was like, yo, you can't be doing that shit, blah, blah, blah. Swizz Beatz was like, hey, yo, that was valid. And then they just said, we gonna keep that between us instead of blowing that shit up in front of the world.
Because now you take away from the Super Bowl, you're gonna take away from all the shit that y'all gained, because now the story is Swizz and Usher beef, and now the story is blah blah blah. Swizz is insecure. Now the story is Alicia Keys is a hoe or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? It's all of that shit gets taken away.
It's too much to go along with it. Like, they can have a individual conversation outside of the world, and
nobody got to know about.
Nobody needs to know about. They set the record straight. Everything cool. They shook hands on it, walked away, and everybody still made money off of it. And then
more to
go ahead, bro.
More to the story is more to the story. I guess, like, so the question was, what's the difference between the two? The difference between the two, like I said, and I guess SP was pretty much right about it, but it doesn't make the situation right. Alicia and them benefited money off. They gained money off of that, whatever, all that shit off of that. The other shit was just some whole ass activity, whatever, or even groupie activity. I ain't gonna call it whole activity. I'm gonna say groupie activity. But at the end of the day, I feel like we can all agree on, especially if the woman is yours, you know what I'm saying? She shouldn't be no other man caressing on her, holding on her, whatever the case may be. In my opinion.
So, and that's what I'm about to get into, because like I said, y'all said go look at the video. I've been over here looking at it and shit, but I also been reading the comments, and I really hate this world. Like, they like, oh, he insecure, he should, huh?
Exactly. I know I'm saying exactly. They go to insecure shit.
SB, I can't hear you.
Oh yeah, I can't hear him either.
My fault. I had unmuted my mic when I looked for
my. But they like, oh, he insecure. He's this. He shouldn't have left her. Bitch, did you just see what you just did?
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's exactly that was my point.
That's not insecure. There's no respect.
So that's the same concept as like this whole Urban Dictionary, bro. Like, we got to a point in time where like the Urban Dictionary is so uncontrolled now, because it used to be controlled by like a very small population of people. Now it seems like everybody has a say so on what shit means. Like toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity is a pop term. It's not even a real thing. Then you got shit like being the new versions of definitions for certain words, like insecure and shit. Like now insecure is having standards or respect for yourself, dignity.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but we get crucified by the opposite, because and it goes both ways. We get crucified by the opposite person, because it's like you're not doing what we think is standard across the board just because that's what we feel. Meanwhile, that shit's not working and other shit used to be working. I literally just heard a female say, I don't want to deal with no nigga who's scared of his girl going outside with 2 little shirts on, or them little new see-through lace outfits and shit that's like super tight to the body and all. Like, bro, I don't want nobody seeing all the shit I got at home.
I hate that shit, and I agree. I had a conversation with somebody at work the other day in that same regard, right? Like, I hate the fact that let me properly word this right. First of all, I love the fact that women can be women. Women can express themselves. Women can say, "Hey,
There's nothing left for the
I'm not."
imagination.
But no. I'm not talking about in regards to what you're wearing. Like the appearance, I feel like if a woman that has a man, she needs to respect that man's boundaries. No, the man doesn't have to control what she wears, but she needs to have the respect to be like,
This
at
lady
least
be
bring that to
respectful
him.
for my
Like,
man.
respect your man at the very least. But I respect and I like the fact that women are in a position now where they're like, they're a lot more vocal with what they want to say, with what they want to do, their actions. They feel like they don't want to be controlled. They standing strong on that shit. Cool, cool. Women be strong. Cool. But I hate the fact that society is allowing women to be so strong, but they're making men have to be more put into a box. So it's like we're not allowed to express ourselves. We're not allowed to say stuff that's making us feel this way. We're not allowed to not like something. We're not allowed to not agree with that. Like
And then you
I
said,
talking with I was talking with this girl the other day. You know, long story short, her and this dude in the office are they're somewhat quote unquote beefing in a way. But he walked past and like he didn't say shit to her, and she's like, that's some pussy stuff. I was like, well, what's pussy about it? She said he walking past, he got a little attitude, rolling his eyes, blah blah. I said, well, maybe he feels some type of way towards you. She said, but a man's not supposed to do it. I'm like, now you're making feelings pertain to gender because you're saying, well, men don't do it. No, you just like women are in a time now where they're like, we're not going for that. This is what we feel, blah blah blah, whatever, however you want to express your strength and your womanism, cool. But at the same time, don't condemn men for feeling their type of way or their change that they're going through or being able to like that same type of thing. Like that's the shit. It rubs me wrong that we celebrate them for doing so much of this, which is cool, and I agree with it. But don't fucking demonize a man for feeling some way and feeling the changes that we're going through as well. So that's some shit I don't like.
Everything's transactional now. We just got to realize that in the new days that as they like to say, it's 2024. It's a whole new life. Like it's just I don't think women understand how much control or power they have over men's lives. Anything that is deemed undesirable to them is always an immediate change. For us, is like we got to go through hell and high water for it. And it's on every level. It's on the bottom level with poverty. It's on the upper level, upper echelon level where the rich people sit. It don't matter how the shit go across the board. If women banded together right now and said, we ain't gonna deal with men until they step up to the plate, not necessarily pay 100% of their bills, but take control and be better leaders and be this, that, and the third. Withhold sex from us, we'll be willing to compromise and change for it because that's what we do. We're adaptive creatures. But if the shoe was on the other foot, it's like the standards or qualifications to have such
y'all
requirements
always want a
is
woman to
supposed to be
change.
multiplied by like 50 in order to get the same prerequisites. And it's
Yeah.
unfortunate, but how many times do we have to keep saying like all we want you to do is fit into what I want, and if you can't do it, I'll go find somebody who's willing to do so without a problem. I don't want to be deemed as sassy because I gave you a direct answer. I don't want to be deemed as insecure because I said I find what you're doing here or how you presenting yourself undesirable. It's just,
Yeah.
but it's a normality, and unfortunately, we can't change that narrative now because we put so many names on women that women don't even give a fuck about us feeling the way we feel about the shit because we've been calling them hoes and bitches for so long. So it's like a tale of two sides.
Yeah, I can agree with you
I
on
mean,
that.
So
yeah, in the way I agree
He
with you.
said something though. He said something though.
Yeah, in the way I agree with you. But at the same time, I feel like you can't, and this vice versa too is for
take your time,
niggas
pal.
as well. You can't be like, oh, I want to be a husband or I want to be a wife, and not act in that role. You get what I'm saying? Like you have to respect your partner, and I think that.
So I'm gonna give you some credit on that shit too because I don't agree with it. So the one thing I hate is for someone to tell me that I have to act like a husband before I can get the prerequisites of a husband or get
You get what I'm saying?
get
So
the
that no, I'm not saying
but
before.
I get it.
I'm
But
saying
at the same time though, Mike, well, I get where you're going with it because you're saying basically display what you want so you can get it in return, which is a very desirable thing for everybody universally. But what I have to say about that is don't expect a husband out of your boyfriend and don't expect your wife out of a girlfriend. The expectations between a girlfriend and a boyfriend at that moment in time is to learn about each other, to vet each other so you can get a better understanding of who each other is as an individual. And once you get to the point where you feel like, now I want to be a wife, you have to start exemplifying certain things and certain actions, maybe just out of genuine gestures or cadences to love or attention to detail, just some small stuff, not going to cook no meal, not going to pay for nobody bill, not going to be overly generous when it comes to certain respects to financial desirabilities and shit like that. Like, just get to know that person. When you get a ring and they say, I want to be your fiance now, that's when we start talking about that shit. But don't start coming to me about no husband shit and we just.
But my thing is,
kicking it, backing up.
When you talk about the two little clothes and shit like that, and you talk about, like, I see this conversation a lot. It's women shouldn't walk out like this. Well, in a way, I look at a lot of things as two-sided, right? So yeah, I feel like, to me, I wouldn't want my woman walking out in clothes that expose a lot. You know what I'm saying? But it's also two sides to it. So do I respect her enough for her to respect me back? Do we show respect to each other in the relationship enough to be able to say, hey, babe, I don't like that. Can you change?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think you have to be receptive too, because a lot of niggas don't take responsibility and accountability for that.
And that's what I'm saying. So a lot of niggas don't take responsibility
if my thing is, if you're gonna tell a woman to dress more modest, be willing to dress more modest on your end too, because we got our slaves up too. We wear tight shirts, we wear them great sweatpants that show our dick prints. We do all that shit, bro, and we do it intentionally. So if you wanna go to your woman with intention, have that same intention for yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
Okay. I got a question though, speaker, because it made me think about something that you said, like if the shoe was on the other foot.
Before your question, before your question, keep your question in mind, like right there. I just want to say I like the small change that you did with the 92, with the jersey in the back right there hanging on the chair.
I saw that too. I kept looking at that
motherfucker. I know that jersey too well. Like, and I love that. I love that you made that small change. That small change makes a big difference.
Hey boy, I seen it pop as soon as I looked at your.
Yeah, exactly. I've been sitting there looking at that motherfucker like, yeah.
I ain't even no football fan, but I know what 92 is.
Yeah, the 90, well, that's his, you know what I'm saying? That's his all-star game jersey right there when he went back in the day.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of history. I feel like if I can put Kobe and I can put all these other guys' history up there, I can put a little bit of mine out there. You know,
absolutely. And then he got the helmet in front with the Goods and Sledgehammer. Oh, you different.
But appreciate that. But seriously, just to backtrack a little bit, we talking about the shoes on the other foot. Now, let's say we at a concert, right? And I don't care what baddie, whatever baddie you guys deem as baddie, right?
Kehlani.
And she okay, Kehlani. We'll go with Kehlani. All right, we out that motherfucker, and Kehlani see you in the crowd, and she points you out in the crowd, like, come up into the crowd. First question.
Yeah, my girlfriend leave me. My girlfriend leave me. She finna leave me, boy. She finna be embarrassed because once Kehlani put me on that little shit like Janet Jackson did, that boy and locked his ass up like that. She started gyrating. You already. I'm going crazy. Hey, baby, you embarrassed. I'm all over Exit. I'm all over X.com, XNXX. I'm on all that shit. You might as well give it up. I'm gonna make all the fans tomorrow at that point.
That's funny as hell.
That nigga's about to make OnlyFans tomorrow.
That nigga didn't even let Eli finish. My girlfriend to leave me. It's over.
I mean, hey. But keeping it a band. That's probably. My point is, like, if we keeping it a band, we're keeping it realistic, right? You know, yes, her behavior was inappropriate. You know what I mean? Yes, she shouldn't have. Whatever. None of that shit should have happened. But at the same time, at the end of the day, she is a groupie. You know what I'm saying? She is an everyday person that's went to this place to see somebody that she's a fan of. She got opportunity to be in person with this person. You know, she went out of pocket. But my point is, a lot of people
dancing and letting a nigga dry hump you.
Well, okay, so that's what I'm saying. So boom, Kehlani pull you up on stage, right? Let's say your girl was like, let's say you with your girl. That's what I'm saying. Your girl like go, cause she like go. I know you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Kehlani, now you get up there and you sitting in the shits. She grinding all over you and all that jazz. And you know what I'm saying? And she get the kissing on your neck and you over this motherfucker just like cheesing and shit. You feel me? Like,
Hey, but look, this is what I say though. I think the level of accountability and willingness to take accountability is one sided. So it's not to say that it's not possible or women are not capable of taking accountability, but there's a high likelihood that we're going to take accountability for our actions and be willing to understand the circumstances of our consequences at the end of the day. So like for us, if a woman go out there and cheat and a man go out there and cheat, the thought process is both of them try to go back and equally get their attention back and try to rekindle the relationship. When in essence, men understand if we go cheat and we get caught, we just got to take it to the chest if she leave us. It's nothing we can do about it. Now, if she chooses to stay around and partake in some sexual activity or sexual conduct, in the meantime, while we going through our separation agreement, you know what I'm saying? That's just on her. But when a woman comes back, they're like, I want to try to fix the relationship, and and the man chooses not to leave, the level of accountability shifts right there. And it's the same situation with this. So if you try to put the show on the other foot, it's still gonna be a one-sided conversation because of the level of accountability. That woman probably thinks she can still get that nigga back right now. The nigga don't. If the nigga was in that situation, he wouldn't even concern himself with doing that shit no more because he knows a waste of time. He know he's not gonna get her back. It's a different level of thought processing.
I'm trying to roll it into the context of let's use the Alicia and Swizz thing, right? So let's say, boom, we go to this concert. We already had this conversation prior to going out to this concert, and it's like, we just chopping it up. You chopping it up with your lady, like, both ways. Hey, what if Shawty pulled me up on a stage, and she's like, well, what if he pulled me on the stage? You gonna let me go because I'm a big fan. I know my girl's a big fan of that. Blah 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 blah. So we like, you know what? Because at the end of the day, niggas is thinking like, man, the motherfuckers ain't about to pull your ass on the stage. But if they have to pull you on the stage, yeah, go up there, go on the stage, go be, have fun. Don't do nothing crazy. Respect me. Don't,
now
don't do nothing crazy, but respect
situation.
Me. Well, that's my point. So like, if you get the green light to go up there to do that, and it's in good context, it's in good fun or whatever the case may be, it's clean, but you can see like your lady, she's trying to remain respectful, or your man's trying to remain respectful, but the celebrities being a little extra, like they're doing the most. Then is this a different conversation, or
that's a very different conversation, because I don't think in any sense there's going to be a way for that to be like a easygoing or very innocent situation. So I'm gonna tell you without throwing the jokes in there, like in all seriousness, I wouldn't even put myself in that situation.
Keep in mind though, right? Y'all both have this conversation. Your lady keeps it clean. The other person, the celebrity, does some funky shit, but 100%. But we know how, but we know how media pushes it though, right? So you already know your woman went up there with the good intention, and then now you go on Facebook, you go on Twitter, and it's like, oh, he or she group you in it, but the whole time your lady or person was keeping it clean. But the perception looks bad. But the perception looks bad, but then you the media fuck with your head a little bit. That's what I'm saying. How does that come to?
I get what you're saying. So at the end of the day, I'm still not gonna put myself in that situation. I don't care if I'm given a green light, and this is just me having respect for myself, right? So I have morals for one. So if I'm with someone, we go to a concert and she gives me the green light because we're going to Kalani concert, like just in all respect, like I love Kalani. I think Kalani is a very beautiful woman, attractive, sexual appealing woman. Yeah. But at the same time, if I know that it's a risk factor to my relationship because I know what goes on at these concerts, why would I put myself in that circumstance? So that's the reasonable person within me. Now, if I go on stage and something like that happens, I still can't sit right there and be like, I don't deserve the negative attention or the negative light, because I still put myself in that circumstance knowing I was in a relationship. So you have to you is very general. You guys have to understand like what it means to be in a honest, respectful relationship. Because if you go into a concert and you put yourself in that circumstance, that means you're willing to put yourself in other compromising circumstances that could potentially fuck up your relationship. So even with that being such an innocent thought in your head, what makes you think going on the stage with somebody sexualizing people, or that's a very sexual figure in the music industry like a Jhené Aiko or Kalani or a Coi Leray, going on stage with them thinking nothing's going to fucking happen? Going on stage with Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, thinking nothing is going to fucking happen. Meanwhile, Nicki Minaj and Cardi B on the fucking stage at the fucking VMAs and BET Awards, kitchen and dry humping. You really think you go on stage you're not going to get no shit? Given, if I'm single all day long, 100%. I'm gonna bust it on the stage, but right now, no.
That's a different story. I'm single.
Me personally, I wouldn't.
The way I was looking at your question was I was looking at your question from the other side, where it's like Like if my old lady went up there and, you know, like you said, she kept it clean, but the celebrity went crazy. So then social media pushed it the way they pushed it. I look at it like I can't let social media dictate my relationship because I'm not in the relationship with social media. If I gave you the green light already and was like, okay, cool, you know, you went up there and it was fucking, I would hate to say it, but like Chris Brown or Usher or something, that's your favorite artist. And you went up there and you kept it clean. She kept it clean. The artist went above and beyond, but she was still trying to be respectful. She's still hitting you with the looking, but she's not trying to fuck up the show or whatever. Cool. When you come down, like I've already gave you the green light. So what can I honestly be mad at? I gave you the green light.
I'm not giving the green light for a nigga like Chris Brown.
I'm not giving no green light.
So I wouldn't. The reason why I wouldn't do
green light for Chris Brown.
But like Eli said, you say, yeah, go ahead, because what's the likelihood that they choose your lady? And then it just so happens to be that small.
And that's not no knock to your lady. That's just the thing you like. It's 20,000 motherfuckers in this place.
What's
you know what I'm saying?
What's the likelihood that he spots her? You know what I'm saying? We on the 5th row or some shit like that, and then boom, he points directly at her.
Close. That feels real
and you know what he's spotting next?
What?
A hospital.
Because
I'm about to air this bitch out.
I wouldn't put myself in no situation. For one, at the rip,
the whole concert.
For one, you already know who you came with. You know, most of us, you know, with our legs, we know who we came with. We know they ain't going for that shit at the rip. But at that same time, you know what I'm saying? First and foremost is the respect to your other person. But secondly, and this is just for me, like I'm not, bro. I don't. Yeah. I have people that I guess I'd say I'm fans of. I'm like, I like that person. I like this artist. You know what I mean? Of course, there's these beautiful ladies out here, all that beautiful jazz. But it's like, I'm not about to be,
no fanboy. That's different.
No, but that's my point. I'm not about to be no. I'm not about to be no nigga like. But my point is like, I'm not about to be no nigga like, oh my god, run up on us acting like. I feel like to me that I don't want to use the word bitch, but that's just like, that's weird. Like it's cool. Like I'm a fan. Like I can be a fan. Like it's cool. I'm a fan. I like what you do. Like if I see you out in public, hey, I like what you do. Great things. Can I take a quick picture with you? Cool. But that shit where it's like, oh my, run upstate, just thirsty as hell. I just believe it or not, I don't have that in me to be like no thirsty ass nigga like that. To be, you know what I'm saying? Like it's cool. Hey, I love what you do. You do great things. I love your music. Can me and my lady take a picture with you real quick and keep that shit hot? You know what I mean? Or even if that, you feel me? You call me up on stage. Come on, baby. She called us up here right quick. Go ahead and get this dance real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let me go and see what that looks like. You know what I'm saying? But just to keep it a funky, man. Like regardless, all jokes aside, like you gotta have respect for your other person, and regardless of who the fuck you dealing with. Regardless of who the fuck you dealing with.
Absolutely.
Because these motherfuckers all the same. The only thing that's different about these motherfuckers got a little bit of bread. What you think you gonna go up there and be a groupie or a fanboy, whatever the fuck it is, they gonna break you out, and they ain't gonna give you shit. They ain't giving you shit. So you got the clout a little bit.
Yeah, they just made money off you. Low.
This gonna carry over to another conversation I wanted to have with y'all. So a lot of that shit is age playing a factor in it. So do you guys have like a idea of? I know some of us in relationships, but with respect to it, is there an age limit to where you date down or date up?
Yes.
With respect to the maturity level, of course.
Age limit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
where's your age? Where's your age?
Mine is like 24 to like I say like 45, 50.
I can respect that. I actually agree with that. Like I can't go below 24.
Below 24, I'm pissed because everything you do gonna irritate the fuck out of me.
Everything.
I don't think I can go past 25 right now.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
Okay, so let me ask you a little different. And Eli, I want you to still answer. Of course, respect to the wife. We're not saying you're gonna go out there and date, but and of course I'm with Jazz, so same thing. But like I'm gonna say, differentiate between dating seriously and just casually having sex. Is there a difference in the age?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there is.
And that's a very mature question to ask. Like,
that's 100%.
So when you say casually having sex, like I might have sex with you one time.
Okay, we talking. Of
like
course,
casual.
we talking a single man's game. That's what we talking single man. So we just conversation about the single man's game, right? In a single man's game, I feel like, personally, to me, you know what I mean. If you keep it in the band, like I agree with that 25-ish age range. I feel like because that 25 age range, again, you still got a lot of maturing and growing to do, but I feel like 25 is an acceptable
That's where you
younger
start.
age. You feel me?
That's where the
Granted, you know what I mean, you got some. I'm not, and I mean this respectfully, and I mean it clean, and not on no weird shit. I'm not gonna knock a brother if he messes with a person that's like in their 20s, early 20s, whatever is they of the age of consent. I'm not gonna knock nobody for that, but I feel like the general consensus should be at least 25 in the 25 range. Now, if you get you something that's 18, 19, I mean, and that's the way you swing with it. There ain't no knock to me. There ain't no knock.
There's no way in hell that I'm doing anything with a teen in it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I think
fuck that.
I think there has to be a line drawn, right, where there has to be like some kind of realization that it's a little different for certain things. Like for someone who's casually dating, like I understand y'all saying like low 20s, but even with that, like there has to be some kind of discernment with maybe the time they known that person too. Because if like you came up and you known this motherfucker from like 15 to 20, and you trying to date her at 21, nigga, I'm gonna question you a little bit. But if there's some shit,
how long you been looking at her?
You've been looking for a minute. You look at 15 and like,
then it's a little different because then I'm like, now if you never had any contact and y'all just met, she 20, 21, 22 years old, you just find out, but you think she's like to your standards, or she's like a little bit more mature with the mindset. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like if her age isn't fitting because she addresses herself or carries herself a little bit more in a mature fashion, then it's completely different. So like even with casual sex, like I think casual sex for me is like 23ish, which is like a 5-year age gap, which is pushing it for me. But like 25 to maybe like 35, 40 is where I date seriously, and even anything above 40 is like casual sex. I can't date you serious.
So I'm talking about like, okay, now the one that meets the girl, and she might be like the 18, 19 range. If you've known this girl, that shit's weird because you've known that girl prior to it. Now if you're in the club or something like that, you meet them on some shit like that and whatever, that's different. But the serious dating shit, I don't think that age shouldn't be too much of a fact. If you fuck with somebody and they generally you really fuck with this person and that's who the fuck you really want to be with because this person is your person. It is what it is. I don't as long as they are of the legal age, it is what it is in my opinion. You know what I mean? But that's how I look at it.
Which I respect that. But I think it all comes in falls into within your standards, right? So when you got your standards for what kind of woman you're looking for, what kind of woman you're dating, off rip, you might not even think about it, but like age is a factor. So it's like me personally, I'm not dating somebody that's early 20s because it's like regardless. As soon as I hear early 20s, I'm just like your maturity level is not there. Even if it is there, that one that does sound young, like your maturity level might be there for this certain aspect, but in other aspects, it's still the 2021 range. Like you still act very immature in a situation where like you blow things out of proportion or you undermine things or like whatever. Like it.
Or you like that toxic
what if you meet? But what if you meet? That's generalizing everybody.
That's not necessarily true, bro. I know what he's got to attest to. Because like I've met some young females who I've had work under me in leadership, and even though we didn't ever get to the point where we were talking on like that level, like you could tell that there's a level of maturity that's in there because maybe they had to mature a little bit faster because they're taking care of younger siblings or taking care of babies at a young age, or even if they don't have either of the two and they just concern themselves with bettering themselves at a very young age. Like I think there are some girls like that out there who may be in there at the young age of 20, 21 years old or 22 years old. Yeah. But I think my concern come in where the age just sound like it isn't acceptable for my age. Like once I graduated high school, like I'm like, nigga, I'm 18 years old. I'm out of high school. I'm gonna fuck everybody. I'm fucking everybody up to their grandma, great grandma. Now I'm like, nigga.
Nigga said I'm about to be putting that wheel.
Once I hit 21, once I hit 21,
man said grandma.
Hey, boy, I'm to my wheelchairs, crutches, everything. You know what I'm saying? Walkers.
But see,
now it's like, bro,
grab on that walker and toot that thing up.
Yeah, now it's like, nigga, when I hit 21, I'm like, bro, I gotta really concern myself with who I'm talking to at this point, because if I'm drinking around a non-drinker or illegal drinker, I'm fucked. And then when I got 25, I was really like, oh yeah, my cutoff, dead ass 21. Ain't nobody under 21 fucking. Like, actually, when I hit 23, when I hit 23, anything under 21,
can't do
it. Literally. No, I agree with you on that, because like when I came out of high school, I literally was like, if I didn't fuck you prior to me graduating high school, then there's no chance of me fucking you now. And then I made it to 20. What was it? I made it to 19, and I was like, if you ain't 18, I can't do nothing with you. And then when I made it to 21, it was like, you know, like right around that time, it was like a 1 year gap. Like if you ain't 19, you know, 19, 20, then I can't fuck with you. I made it to 25. If you can't, or 23 actually, I made it to 23. If you can't go in the liquor store, if you telling me you on the way to my house, and I say, hey, I didn't have time to go out real quick, can you give me a bottle?
Hey, look,
and then by the time I turned 23, that was when they had turned the cigarette age to 21. If you can't stop and even just get me something like a cigarette or
21 now, you can't buy cigarettes at 21.
No. Certain states is 21. Certain states you got to be 21.
I think it's all states now. That shit changed.
You know, I was in it.
Georgia's still 18 legal limit.
I was in tobacco. I was in tobacco when I was like 13.
You can't buy tobacco, bro.
But like,
you be 18,
like if you can't stop and be like, hey, like if I be like, hey, I'm gonna send you some money, can you stop and get me this? If you can't stop and get me that, there ain't no reason for us to have a conversation
at all.
Because you just too young. Like that age gap alone is just like, nah, I'm cool. Now that I'm older, it's like, like I'm 29 now, so it's like I'm really looking for somebody that's on that side of the age where they're like, damn, 30 around the corner.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's like I always dated up anyway. I always like older women. I don't know what that.
Shout out to my cougar.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's a trauma fetish.
I don't know about that.
It is. It's a deep rooted thing, but it's a thing. I had the same issue. It was really deep rooted. It's some trauma that makes you get the attraction to.
I don't know about all that.
I'm telling you, bro. It is. It's like a fecal addiction.
Always like older women, so like I just, messed with somebody that was younger last year, and it was okay. But that whole, I'm done. My partying club, that club shit, I'm done with. That's not me no more.
I was done with that shit a long time ago.
So I'm not trying to date nobody that's always at the club, because that's not me. I'm not trying to be in the club. Especially
SB posted something. I think it was like a couple weeks ago. Talk about normalizing chilling at the crib, partying, playing cards. I said, nigga, hey, catch up, nigga.
That's the thing, bro. Like I know, bro. That the other reason, like, when me and Jock was together, that's all we did.
All we did.
Play card, play the game, whatever. Like we link up just to do that shit.
Real type shit. We have.
All right.
And I know y'all I am
at home. Shit. I am a homebody, my nigga. I will get to the crib, and I'm good with being at my house.
Let me explain to
you.
First
of all, we like to tell you how many times people like, yo, we playing spades, come over.
And I hit him back just for the same, bro.
Group chat spades night.
Hey, nigga, y'all don't understand, bro. Like for the viewers, bro. I be looking at this shit in the group chat. I be like, man, these niggas always talking about spades and shit, nigga. And I can't just pull up, nigga. I gotta fly up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's not the same, bro.
That being said, SB, how long have we known each other, bro? Since 2012, 13?
About a little bit over 10 years, yeah.
And then me and you started kicking it about 8 years ago.
Yeah.
8 years ago, right? In those 8 years, the only time me and SB ever been outside, this is outside for us, was us going to hoop.
Yeah.
Me and SB ain't never been to a club together. We ain't go to no cigar. Like me and him ain't even do the me and Eli, which is me and Eli going outside is going to a cigar lounge.
I fuck with the cigar lounge. I ain't even gonna lie to you about that.
That's not a club. That's what I'm saying.
Food.
For us, it's a club. It's a club for us, nigga.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey, that's a club for us, nigga.
That's a club for us. Go to the cigar lounge.
Hey, Hey, come in there. They got the slow jazz playing. Man, it's lit in here.
I'm when I say home, like you guys, I be trying to get my house together so I just want to sit on my couch, sip my drink.
You know what's fucked up about it?
Play a little game.
What's fucked up is like I'm so much of a homebody and an introverted person, bro. I forget that I'm dating, and that is like a big issue, bro. Because nigga, I can sit on that sofa all day long, nigga. I'm binge watching Avatar: The Last Airbender right now, nigga. Like the last thing I want to do is go up the street to Target. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'll do that though. Like I definitely, me and the wife, we like to eat. Hey baby, you trying to, you know what I'm saying? Hey, need to fuck them kids. Let them go.
That's what I'm saying.
Get something to eat. Let's go get something to eat real quick.
With you, we in a relationship. That's the shit I want to do. I want to sit in the house. Let's cook. Babe, what you want to make today? Let's watch a movie. Let's do this. Let's do this. Or
I do all that shit.
I do you one better. Hey, you trying to go to either house? Maybe I'll play spades.
Hey, but see, this my thing though. Like, see, y'all go out and eat. I go find the fucking ingredients in the store and cook that new shit up in the kitchen.
I'm talking about we cook. Don't get that.
I know y'all do. I know y'all do.
We like to go. You know, every now and then take your lady out. Go get some. You know, we go out there. We sitting up in the shits. Go find your nice ass little nice restaurant with the nice in it, bro. It's chill. It's chill.
I definitely understand where Eli coming from because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes he want to just he wants to spend time with his lady and not necessarily the kids.
Yeah,
like
I definitely want to do that shit.
A lot of times. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Facts. Eli's a dad 24/7, bro. Like you don't understand how his clock works. That man literally gets off work to go back to work.
Yeah.
As all of us do. So there are times where I get where he's saying like,
hold on. Hey, lift that back up, Eli.
What up?
The water bottle?
Yeah. Hey, that's tough.
I got my little brother got this for me from I think my birthday last year.
That's tough. Nigga,
shout out my nigga.
Man gives. Hey, I wish more women was watching this shit, nigga. That's tough.
Shout out my nigga Gucci. Hey, when he said I don't want nothing for my birthday, I said shit. I know exactly what I'm getting this nigga.
Hey, nigga, that's tough.
I found that bitch. And this how I know, bro. Fuck with that shit. Something crazy. We went and we was taking.
You would never not see me with that motherfucker. You would never not see me with my water bottle.
We went to take his wife's car to the hobby shop and we was changing the rotors and shit on that motherfucker. Brother left that bitch there. He tells me the next day he was like, "Man, fuck! I left my damn water bottle over there. This, that, and the third." I said, "Oh, damn! It is what it is. I can find you another one." Bro, I came back the next day. He said, "I went back and got it." I was in the area, so I went back and got it. I was like, "Oh, okay."
He drove out there.
That's my baby right there, boy. I keep that. I'm telling you, you wouldn't. I don't care where I go. I do not care where I am at. I could be in a motherfucking suit. You gonna see my motherfucking water bottle right there with me. Just because I think crazy. Like I would be thinking like, man, what if damn motherfuckers took over the world and then we ain't got no more water? I got this motherfucker to last. My water bottle stay with me, boy.
I swear that motherfucker.
Gallon gear, man. Gallon gear. Look at that shit's dope.
Yeah, that motherfucker. I definitely almost ordered two when I found it, but I definitely just ordered it for him and it come with the little. It comes with the sleeves on it. So like if you go to the gym, you can put your phone in that bitch, your IDs, your keys in there,
and just your wallet,
whatever, and then the water stay cold in that motherfucker. I looked at when I seen that shit and I read the description on it, I was like,
how much that shit? This shit.
I think that the whole set ran me like 50.
Jeez, might have to get two of them, bitch.
I should have got.
Like I said, I had a motherfucker for about a year and a half now.
That's a motherfucker, boy.
Your birthday coming up. With your birthday coming up, it'll be a year.
Yeah. Okay. Well, a year. There you go.
My bad.
You had another one
season. You good? We about damn near wrap up. We at 103, bro.
Oh, facts.
Damn, that hour went by fast as fuck.
It did,
yeah, man.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Hey, facts. I think we just needed it. We ain't talked in a minute. I'm high as shit.
Yeah.
It look like it.
Hey, boy. And then they're right here, boy. This ain't doing no better, but it's some strong wine.
What is it?
Yeah.
Cupcake Vineyards, Sparkling Rose.
And the motherfucker probably tastes good.
They got 11% alcohol. I don't had 3 cups of this shit already.
Oh yeah, that's like a beatbox right there.
Make it 4.
This is the first time I tried this Branson shit, man. The Branson shit is not bad, bro.
Real quick so I can do cheers.
Strong as fuck.
Eli, I'm trying to host a space tournament soon, bro.
Hey,
let me know, bro.
Y'all niggas need to get on Call of Duty to run the stream, man.
Yeah, I'm about to get on in a little bit.
Oh, y'all
I just sent y'all my stream. Oh, and for everybody out there, follow me on Twitch. I just sent y'all my stream.
I know, man. You be sending me that shit. I be at work. Or I be doing some shit like the last 2 days. You sent it to me.
On some homework or some shit.
Nah, I was throwing the game. I couldn't stop and watch it on the game.
Hey, no, for real though. We need to wrap this motherfucker up and go ahead and get on that. Got them sticks.
You want to do 2K or
I've been wanting-
what we doing?
I'm ready to get on Call of Duty for a little bit.
I bet.
And we can get 2K afterwards.
Hey, we
My shit already on.
Hey, y'all do the YouTube. Follow Mike Twitch. We finna get on and play.
Let me make a quick sandwich right quick that I ain't gonna drop and then I'll be ready. I'll make a little quick sandwich.
That's crazy.
Hey, that's nuts. That's nuts.
That's